So dating apps. I have used dating apps for some years and I don't anymore because the experience that I have with dating apps have not been very good. And I would say that I've had a love and hate relationships with dating apps, but actually it's just been a hating relationship in truth. So why I stopped using dating apps, or maybe I should start with how much I've used them. Well, for the last 4 to 5 years, I have been on and off dating apps because I have used them, not liked what happened or how I used them, and deleted them. And then I would hear some story on internet that people, oh, I found this perfect guy or I found this perfect girl through dating apps, and then I tried again, remembered why I deleted it, and didn't or deleted it again. And that has happened for a couple of times. It's actually happened pretty recently where I heard a story about a guy I follow called Alex Homosi, which he's just great. Follow him, please. And he met his now wife at a Bumble, a dating app. So I was like, okay, then I'm just gonna try. And I got in, and the same experience happened as every other time. So I deleted them again. And for this time, or maybe I'm just gonna install them at some point again, but at least I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna keep them deleted this time because I have quite settled my mind on that's not what I'm gonna do. Because I don't think dating apps are great. I don't think they're very useful and I don't think they work. So where do I come from this? Well, first of all, there of course are the addicting aspect of dating apps, where it being a social medium, there are some ways to get people to get addicted to using these dating apps. And it comes in the terms of the not eternal swiping, but a lot of swiping. That's kind of addicting. And then also the pop-ups when you get a match or you get a text or something like that. That's addicting. And I am not a very fan of things that can become an addiction at some point. So that's the reason number one. Reason number two is that when it comes to, or I don't think this is for all dating apps, but at least it is for Tinder. I believe it is that 80% of the users are males, and the rest 20% are girls or females, and that makes a high competition for the guys with the girls that are on the platforms. So, and I've also experienced this in real life when I've seen some of my female friends where I've just looked at their dating apps and they have like 99 plus likes in their dating apps, and I'm just sitting there with, I don't know, 10 likes or something like that, and I'm okay, then you might just have a bad profile. I do have a bad profile because I don't want to make it good. I don't want to spend the time on it. And that might also be why I've had a bad experience with dating apps, because it is a lot about the profile, which that's so superficial. That's another problem. But back to the not equal amount of both sexes. That's a problem, at least for the guys who are trying to get some dates with some girls. That there's only not a handful of girls, but a minority of girls compared to guys. So we tend to not compare, but compete with every other guy on the platform, and then you have to stand out exceptionally, which actually is just much easier in real life to stand out than it is on dating apps. So, quick spoiler, date in real life. I will get to that. Reason number 3 is because when it comes to digital dating versus real dating or real life dating, then there are some, I would say, benefits to real dating compared to online dating. And the first is the superficial aspect. Of course, in real life, you usually, or for guys at least, you see a girl, you like her, you walk up to her, you talk to her. That's, that's the ideal. Not many do that, but some do. And when it comes to dating apps, you look at some pictures that the person have chose themselves, the text that they have chose themselves, what they would like to show on the profile. It's just, it's just so superficial and so picked out. And like you see this, maybe not perfect profile, but really good profile, and then you might meet up in person, and they're just like, that profile is just not at all what you like in real life. So it has that kind of social media aspect to it, where you can change and make it so that you look like this amazing person, when in truth you might not be. And honestly, everyone have their struggles, and everyone have their thing that they struggle with. So, and you don't see that on social media or on dating apps. And when you meet up in real life, there's a chance, a possibility that you can see these things by interacting with people, what might, or the flaws that they might have. And I think I heard some guy at some point say that it's not the good things we fall in love with in other people, is actually the flaws, or the things that the person perceives as their flaws, because that's what's make people human and make them more likable. And and when I heard that, I was just like, wow, that's actually pretty beautiful. Because I've always been thinking like, man, I just gotta be this perfect person, and have the highest standards before anyone would even consider going out with me, where it might actually be, actually not true at all. And that's another problem. That's the today's belief about dating and personalities, that we should be these exceptional human beings and have no flaws at all, and everybody should like us, and we should be perfect. And it's just so unrealistic to achieve, because we are in the end only human beings. And I'm falling short of this myself many times, that I need to remind myself that I am only just human, just a human being trying to find my way in life. And actually, pretty recently, I just had to remind me of this. I am only human, and I have to humble myself. I am not an almighty being who knows everything. I am just human, and so are you. And that's beautiful, because life is beautiful. And now we're going over in a bit other talk. So back to dating. There's this unrealistic perception of the perfect partner for both guys and girls, which has to change, or at least it would benefit you if it would change for yourself and for your partner. Because I am, again, falling short of this myself, that I have very high standards for myself, and I also would like to have that in a future partner, which I might have to, screw a little bit down on, or turn a little bit down, because it might not be in the end beneficial for myself. So yeah, the dating world is a mess at the moment, which is why I have kind of backed up a little the last couple of months, or actually years in truth, because that was because of my concussion, where I was like, I'm not even gonna try when I'm feeling so bad. But now that I've gotten a lot better, I'm still backing down, because I'm just like, I don't want to spend the time on it, and I don't think that is, for me at least right now, worthwhile spending time on. So, I mean, you do you. I just want to say, if you want to date, I really think you should consider or just delete dating apps, period. Because then at least what I'm doing and what I would encourage you to do is, either if you're a guy or girl, improve yourself. Improve yourself, become a better person in the way that you think or believe that you can become a better person. If you're not sure how to, you can follow this channel and what I talk about. Then you will get some pretty good ideas, or at least what I think of. And that will just overall level up yourself for your own sake. And then you might be able to attract people who are also maybe not on their, self-help journey, but are more in the type of what you actually would like to date. Because equals attract equals, which means how you are as a person, what you do, and what you think is what you attract. So if you feel like shit and miserable all the time, you attract shit and miserability. But if you try to better yourself, to become better, going out of this rut and have a kind of positive circle instead of a negative circle, then you will also attract positive things and better things in your life. And why it is that way, I don't know, but it works. I just gotta tell you that when you become better and you improve yourself, your life around you also improve, and you attract better people in your life. And so that's the number one advice to dating: improve yourself. The next is to go out more, not in the sense of drinking and partying, but in the sense of socializing more, going out to, social gatherings, maybe some sports events, running events. Maybe if you have a work, try and go with your colleagues out in the spare time or something like that, because we live in a world, and COVID was not very good at it, or for this, where we have become, or at least a lot of people have become, worse at communicating. And I have not been very good at communicating myself, but I have improved a lot over the years, and I'm still improving because I challenge myself and my communication skills. And so go out more, talk with more people, and just, become a better communicator, because that's also very important for finding another person. If you cannot, talk or laugh or be humorous, then I'm just going to be sorry to say, but no one's going to like you. That's the truth. So become a likable person. How do you do that? Again, follow this channel and read some books. Become smarter. That's, that's the advices. And the last thing, if you are a guy, or at least man, girls can do this as well, but it is more, socially put on a guy that we should take the first step in a, future or potential relationship. So guys need to take the step of going up to a girl and ask her out. How you do this? Well, I follow Mark Manson's way of doing it, which is just go up to a girl, say, hey, I actually think you're pretty nice, and I would like to get you know a little better, if you would like to do that. And then just maybe start talking to her if there's time for that, or ask her for a number, and then we can plan a date out if you would like to that. And try not to ask her too much, but be more direct. Apparently girls like that. Read dating books. Oh, dating books. Mark Manson, Models, really good dating book about being honest in dating, because if you if the person don't know you, how would they ever be able to love you for who you are? That's really good advice. And that's really hard, to be who you are, to be honest about who you are, but it pays off more than pretending to be someone else. That's a dating book for guys. He mentioned in the book that girls have found it useful as well. And I think many of the things could apply to women and their dating life. So just read it, give it a try at least. And then there's also, this is a dating book for men as well. The Dating Essentials for Men by Dr. Robert Glover. That's also really good. Talks also about being honest, going up to girls, talking to them, improving yourself and improving your life. And he has some more, maybe tactics, you could say, or some ways to frame the dating and rejection part to your benefit, so it's not that scary to walking up to girls and approach them. So 2 books, really recommend them. They're really good. And they've helped me a lot in my dating life. And I'm just like, but why should I listen to you when you don't do dates? That's up to you. If you don't want to listen to me, go ahead, do your thing. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna feel bad about it. But if you want to give it a try, if you want to try and improve your dating, listen, try the things I tell you, read the books I recommend, and see how it goes, how it works. Do you have anything to lose? Maybe only time, but I mean, time well spent if you ask me. So if you want to date and find the person in your life, start working on yourself. Get out, talk to more people, and just become a better person in general. Become a likable person, become friends with more people, and just have fun. I guess that's the last note I'm gonna put on this. Have fun while dating. That's the most important thing. So to round this up, dating apps, it was not fun for me. I'm not going back because I don't think it's fun. I don't want to spend time on doing it. Dating, I am improving myself and not dating so much at the moment, but putting a lot of time in work, which I actually started liking. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And yeah, do you, man. Do you. You're the most important person when it comes down to it. So do what you want to do. Right? Yeah. I think that's gonna be it for today's episode. I said I might talk about a book in this episode. I decided not to. So it shifts what I would like to do. It's most like when I sit down and record, I'm like, what would I talk about? And then I'm like, this I'm going to talk about, and then I just talk about it. So let's see what happens in the next episode. But at least until then, have a nice day.